So it's Tuesday. I don't know where time goes. These days have just been flying by. It's probably because I've been reading the same damn book all month. I started it late May, and I just finished it today. What was it called? I can't remember, but it was an Elizabeth George. I usually love Elizabeth George, but a lot of talk in this one. Anyway, it's done and I can move on and come and talk to you again. I'm going to do a tag for NVvlogs. That's Antonio. He's here in Canada, in fact, in Ottawa, which is our capital. And he did, he asked 6 questions and tagged me. And I normally don't respond to tags anymore. That was so then, but Antonio's my friend, and I'm going to do his 6 questions. So I'm going to read them. I'm not adding them. Go and visit him. He's NVvlogs, which I will put in the little box down there. Anyway, his first question: what was the worst storm you were ever in? It was probably 6 years ago when I made the mistake of driving from Oakville back home to London. It's normally maybe an hour and a half drive, and it took me maybe, I think it was 8 hours, maybe more. It was the worst snowstorm. I was traveling along the 401, white-knuckled in snow ruts. And the 401 is our great big highway expressway. It was unpleasant. Didn't have a name. 2, what's the best concert you've ever been to? Well, it's been a while, but most recent best concert was, yes, I'm hanging my head a little bit, but I'm not ashamed to say I love Tom Jones. And if I had had an extra pair of panties, I probably would have thrown them at him. But I demurred. In my salad years, I remember a Rolling Stones concert that was absolutely amazing. And Jethro Tull. But you have to like flautists that play the flute while standing on one leg. 3, what was an amazing experience you've lived and never forget? I've told the story before that I'm worth 11 camel. I had a unexpected and unpredictable and a little bit of a scary ride on a camel in Morocco, in a Bedouin souk, where for a moment it looked as though maybe I wouldn't see the light of civilization as I knew it ever again. But here I am to tell the story, and it was an amazing experience. 4, what is a skill or trade that you have that you are proud of, or a talent? Well, I thought about this one as I read the questions and listened to Antonio on his NVvlogs channel giving answers to his own questions about what I would say here. And I thought instantly of calligraphy, but I don't do that anymore. And I thought about drawing a knot, but I learned that. It's like, you know, anything that you learn, I didn't create it. And then I thought, well, I guess my best talent when I was working was negotiations and mediation and convincing people to do things that they didn't want to do. So I would say it's my use of vocabulary. And I could give you an example of that. Recently, I was expecting to go for lunch with my friend and yours, Michael. Yes, Michael is sort of back, maybe back. I had planned 2 luncheon dates with Michael. He stood me up twice, and my instant reaction when I was telling the story to someone else was that he left me quivering, lying on the floor, emaciated and starving and forlorn. My use of language, I guess, is my best skill, or maybe I have to use that as a was too, because, you know, these skills deteriorate as you get older. Have you ever had an embarrassing photo taken of you? I'm sure I have. I think all I need to do is reference South Tube 3. Something about that skanky leg? The cocktails do it. What's the most pain you ever felt? Well, that's got to be ripping my knee. I hurt my knee when I was 19 playing tennis. I ripped it out of its socket climbing up onto a rooftop on a straight ladder in the south of France in 1970. And ever since, it's been tenuous at best. And when it rips, it's like a searing hot, sudden, stabbing knife twisting in there. That's it. That was all 6. Okay, there's the tag. What else have I got to talk about? I talked about my Michael standing me up in my tag. Did you notice how that segued nicely? I talked about Antonio and how you need to go visit him because he's kind of special. I'm still upset about my lost MacBook, but I'll talk about that if I'm back tomorrow. Sorry about all of the comments that I haven't responded to. I'll try to get to them. This is one take without my anti-glare umbrella. Let me know what you think. I'll be back. That's it, that's all.